Have you ever noticed how one careless question can instantly pull the ground from under your feet? You are speaking at work or sitting at a family birthday table, everything feels fine, and suddenly someone asks something that completely freezes you. Your mind goes blank. In the best case, you stay silent and blush. Inside, you are screaming, "What is happening right now?" People are not afraid of failure itself. They are afraid of this moment, the moment when they cannot answer. This strange naked feeling is what scares us most. Today, I want to share the techniques that help me walk out of these situations calmly and with dignity. The most interesting part is that these tools are used by the world's top speakers, and we can apply them not on a stage but in everyday life. They work, always. Stay until the end, because I will also tell you which phrases you should never say, no matter how provoked you feel. For many years, I worked with large companies in different countries, coaching women and observing communication closely. And what I see today is concerning. This is a difficult moment for women globally. Too much pressure, too many expectations, too many intrusive opinions. That is why I feel ready to support more women online, helping them feel free, independent, confident, and focused on what they truly want, not on what society demands. If this topic resonates with you, please like this video, subscribe, and stay with me. The most important part is waiting at the end. Let us start with the questions that hurt the most. You know them well. When are you getting married? When will you have a baby? Your clock is ticking. When is the second one? Have you gained weight? These questions always hit our most vulnerable areas: our personal life, our body, our choices. That is why they create instant tension. Even if the person asking does not mean harm, your body reacts. Your breathing changes, your shoulders tense, you feel exposed, and the worst part is when you cannot leave. These are relatives, colleagues, people you must stay with. You cannot escape and you cannot explode. So the first step is simple but crucial. Pause, breathe in, breathe out. Nothing terrible is happening right now. This is communication, not danger. Here is a shift that changes everything. Questions are not bad, even uncomfortable ones. Questions exist to clarify, to understand, to go deeper. A colleague asking about your numbers in a meeting is often not attacking you. They want clarity. The real challenge starts with tactless questions. And here we must look not only at the question, but at the person asking it. I divide audiences into two types: referential and non-referential, and this distinction alone can save you enormous emotional energy. A non-referential person is someone who is not part of your real context. They do not know your workload, your health, your responsibilities, your reality. They ask out of curiosity, habit, or boredom. This is your aunt on the bench. Her opinion does not define your life. She is not your reference point. You do not need to convince her of anything. Exhale, let her go in peace. If this sounds familiar, put a like under this video. It tells me you know exactly what I mean. A referential audience is different. These are colleagues, professionals, people who ask because they need information. A manager, a doctor, a teammate. Context matters. Before reacting, ask yourself one question: is this person relevant to my goals and reality? Now let us talk about the questions themselves. I divide them into three types, like a traffic light: green, yellow, and red. Green questions are safe. They are asked to understand. Why do you think this works? Where did this data come from? Why do you add raisins to these pancakes? Once you answer, the tension disappears. Yellow questions are trickier. They cross personal boundaries. When are you getting married? Should you not lose weight already? Here diplomacy matters. And now we are approaching the most dangerous category. Red questions are not about truth. They are about provocation. You see them often in public debates. Why did you not build a playground if you went on vacation? You are a psychologist, but you have no children. How can you speak about this? These things are not logically connected, and that is the point. The goal is not your answer. The goal is your emotional reaction. So here is the rule. Red questions are not meant to be answered. They are meant to be identified. Pause, breathe, recognize the manipulation. You can calmly say, I understand the emotion behind your question, but it is not related to our topic. No justification, no defense, no emotional fuel. Before answering any question, always do three things. Pause, breathe. Check your internal state. Are you angry, trying to prove something, or can you use this moment strategically? If a question is unclear, ask for clarification. If it is too long, structure it for the person. Let me answer this part first. When you do this, you take control of the conversation. You are no longer a student at the blackboard. You are an equal participant. And now, let us talk about the phrases that destroy everything. There are phrases that instantly ruin any dialogue, even if your intentions are good. The first one is yes, but. The moment you say but, the other person stops listening. Replace it with yes and therefore. Agreement followed by confidence is disarming. Another dangerous phrase is I already told you. To the listener, it sounds like you are calling them incapable. This is why professionals are trained never to use it. Also, avoid saying, let me explain, or you misunderstood me. These phrases push you into a weak position where you start justifying yourself. And once you justify, the other person feels free to keep pushing. Instead, reframe. You see this situation this way, and I see it this way. Let us find a common ground. When you stop defending and start dialoguing, the emotional temperature drops. You keep your dignity. You protect your boundaries without aggression. I want to hear from you. What question annoys you the most? Write it in the comments. When did it happen? Did you answer or stay silent? Reading others' stories helps us realize this happens to everyone. And now, the final perspective that ties everything together. The more you practice this, the less power uncomfortable questions have over you. They stop feeling like threats and start feeling like tools. You are not obligated to answer every question. Silence, pauses, and reframing are also answers, strong ones. When you stay grounded, when you breathe, when you respond consciously, you change the dynamic. The room feels it, the other person feels it. You are no longer reacting, you are leading. That is where real confidence comes from, not from perfect words, but from inner stability. Let us recap briefly. Pause before answering. Identify the type of question. Separate relevance from noise. Use yes and therefore. Never justify. Never attack. Stay in dialogue. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe. It truly matters. Write in the comments what stayed with you the most. This conversation does not end here. It only opens the door.